was the I mean, I'm familiar with Meditations on Violence, and I would hope that most of our listeners would be. If they weren't, you should be. Go get that. It is the cornerstone of everything you need to know for clean living and a long existence. But
and then it'll keep you from doing something stupid and wanting to get in the morgue, or the hospital.
But what was the original title of your second book?
Seven.
And what is it really called though? What's the
Facing Violence?
Facing Violence. The original title was Seven. Why seven?
There's 7 things you absolutely have to cover if you want to call it self-defense. Number 1 is the legal and ethical stuff. Number 2, you have to understand violence dynamics. If you don't know how bad guys attack, you don't know what you're defending against, so you're blindsided. Number 3, people do not specifically train on avoidance, escape and evasion, and de-escalation. Number 4 is counter ambush and counter assault. Bad guys get surprised. That's how a predator attacks. If he doesn't get surprised, he'll pass on to someone else, which means you have to have something trained to reflex to get you through that first quarter second of a fight. If you don't have it, you're going to get blindsided. After that, you're going to freeze. The best operators in the world freeze. At minimum, there's that switch to stalking to shooting. It's a measurable amount of time. That's the shortest freeze you're going to get. But if you aren't at that level, if you haven't done that, you're going to have a much longer freeze based on some other stuff. If you've never experienced violence, you don't even know what is happening. Someone's just pounding on your face. And you're going to freeze. So you need to be able to recognize that you're frozen, and you need to be able to break out of the freeze.
So that was number 5, freeze?
5. All right. Number 6 is the fight. And almost everything you train in martial arts will work at this level, with a couple of exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you're adrenalized, and since you're adrenalized, you aren't seeing the way you normally do. You have tunnel vision. Your hearing can be really, really messed up. Your thought process is completely screwed. You're clumsy. So one of the biggest lies we tell martial artists is that you're going to fight the way you train.
God, your whole description right there just sounds like a bad prom date.
Exactly, and it's the similar kind of adrenaline.
Yeah.
We talked about this in the first interview. The first time you ask someone out on a date, you're a good talker normally. How is the first time you ask someone out on a date?
You're a blithering idiot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like banana. Banana?
So you'll fight the way you trained, if you trained when you were being clumsy, partially blind, partially deaf, and stupid.
Yeah.
Other than that, it'll be a lot the way you trained. But then you also throw in fights happen in places. You need to start to learn how to use the environment. The bad guys you're facing aren't going to be like the people you train with.